Hey guys, how's it going? Studman coming back at you, and this isn't technically a Black Friday thing because this sale actually took place on the Saturday after Black Friday, but it all happened as part of the whole Black Friday, Brown Thursday, Cyber Monday weekend thing that happens now in the United States. They just need to call it one big sale instead of Black Friday. They just need to find some big name for it. So, once a fucking again, Half Price Books Outlet has stolen money from me. Okay, maybe not stolen, but they have managed to get me to spend quite a bit of money. Well, not a lot of money, obviously, otherwise I wouldn't keep going there. But they managed to get me to come out and pick up some more used stuff there that nobody else wants, but I am willing to give a home. And yeah, I found some really freaking cool stuff in this dollar sale. Yes, they had the dollar sale on again as part of their Black Friday extravaganza. On Black Friday, they actually only had like 20% off of everything in the store, I think. But then on the Saturday afterward, they had their dollar sale. So I went to the dollar sale after that. Just screw it, I'm going to the dollar sale, man. And sure enough, I was able to find some pretty interesting titles for $1 each. I even found a couple of Blu-rays. So why don't we start out with the Blu-rays? First off, Jarhead. Did not have this yet on Blu-ray, and for $1, yes, it says 5, but everything was marked down to $1, so $1 for Jarhead, and it was in fan-fucking-tastic condition. I mean, yeah, that is a very nice condition. Very nice indeed. I don't think anybody ever fucking touched this disc, to be quite frank. And it's got the nice shininess to it, so yeah. Very happy to get that for $1. Very good deal. Next up we have Water for Elephants. I haven't seen this movie yet, but I've heard it's a pretty good movie, and I've been wanting to see it for quite some time, so for $1, yeah, I'll pay $1 to see this. Why the hell not? $1? On Blu-ray? Yeah. Next up, we have a movie I have seen, and I guess a little bit of a story to it. Talladega Nights. For those who don't remember, this is actually the promotional copy that comes with that came with the PS3 when it first came out. So when the PS3 first came out, they did a deal where if you bought it within a certain amount of time, you got this as a free Blu-ray with it. And yeah, there were a lot of promotional copies of this. It even says on there, for promotional use only. So this movie was produced en masse for Blu-ray. I just never actually ended up getting it. So to get it for $1, sure, why the hell not? It's not a bad movie. It's actually pretty funny and pretty enjoyable, and yeah, I didn't mind paying $1 to get the promotional copy of it. Not a bad deal. Although the case is a bit slimmer, it feels like, than most Blu-rays cases, but that's actually kind of a bonus, isn't it? I mean, if you think about it. Sadly, that was it for the Blu-rays, but when it came to the DVDs, they had a couple of things that I was interested in. 4 things in particular. I'm going to start off with the Mill Creek sets that I picked up. So first off, they had At Death's Door, 13 fright-filled films. This is one of the Mill Creek packs. Usually goes for between $5 and $10. It has movies like Don't Look in the Basement, Funeral Home, Kathy's Curse, Carnage, Tormented, The Screaming Skull, House on Haunted Hill, The Terror, Terror Creatures from the Grave, just a bunch of stuff. Some that I have seen, some that I haven't seen, and the ones that I had seen, I knew, I wouldn't mind having this on DVD just for the hell of it. There are some movies in there that are not that bad, but not that good, and for $1, that's not a bad deal for 13 fucking movies. And I checked the discs, and even though they're all stacked on each other here, they were not in that bad a condition. Not many scratches to be had on there. Just ever so slight scratches that weren't going to affect playability at all. So, At Death's Door, 13 movies, pretty damn good deal. Next up, I found the 12 movie collection of Gorehouse Greats. Gorehouse Greats collection. That's what it's called. And as you can see, I'm sure you guys have seen this one out there floating around. I've seen this one so many goddamn times, but I never wanted to pick it up for like $5 or $6, which I think was the lowest price I saw it for. So hey, how about $1? $1 for all these movies. It comes with Blood of Dracula's Curse, Brain Twisters, Trip with the Teacher, Satan's Slave, The Devil's Hand, Terrified, Blood Mania, Nightmare in Wax. Yeah, I don't know much about these movies, but I do know that I am kind of into the grindhouse kind of stuff, and I'm sure most of this actually isn't really grindhouse, but they do look like cheesy, fun movies. I mean, I do like to collect these collections just so that if I randomly feel like maybe during Halloween or something like that, popping in a disc and seeing what one of these movies is like, well, there you go. You know, what if I'm out of other horror movies to watch and I want to watch something I've never seen before? Well, there are plenty of movies on here I've never seen before, and I'm sure they're mostly crap, but whatever. And check the discs. Some of them have scratches on them, but doesn't look like they're going to affect playability that much, so yeah. And they do come, yes, they do come in the paper sleeves that a lot of people hate, but I don't have a problem with the paper sleeves because to me, what a paper sleeve means is you can do that and they're not going to pop out of the hub and get all scratched that way, and they're still perfectly fine in their paper sleeves. So, yeah. As long as you know how to handle a paper sleeve, it shouldn't be a problem, but whatever. That's just my opinion. Next up, I found, this is a classic, The War of the Worlds. This is the original 1953 War of the Worlds. I've actually never seen this movie, though. That's the crazy thing. And I've always wanted, well, I don't know if I can say always, but I've definitely wanted to see this for quite some time. And this is the special collector's edition. And it wasn't in great condition, but, like, the disc wasn't in great condition, but I was able to buff out most of the scratches and whatnot. Because it wasn't really scratches so much as it was fingerprints and stuff. So that's why I just said, you know what, screw it. For $1, I'm going to go for it. And yeah, I don't know if you can tell, but there's not much to be concerned about there anymore. Should play just fine. And yeah, as I understand it, this is one of the greats. This is one of the ones that you definitely want to watch. So I'll probably watch this for Halloween next year, honestly. But yeah, $1, not a bad deal. Next up, we have a movie that I completely forgot that I even put in my basket and paid for and left the store with until I came home and saw it there. I don't know anything about this movie except for the people who starred in it, and based on who starred in it alone, I fucking bought it. That's literally, my brain did that. I'm not even kidding. My brain just said, ooh, I like these people. So, yeah, we got The Curve here with Matthew Lillard. That's the one that got me going, ooh, I like Matthew Lillard. And then this guy whose name I can't remember, but he was in Final Destination. He played the main best friend of the main character. I think he was the first guy to die in the movie, too. But, yeah. I like him. And I like him. And, I don't know if I know anybody else here, but I like these two guys. So based on that alone, I said, I'm going to get this. Or, well, my brain said that, I guess. Let's see here. For college friends Tim and Chris, the plan was simple. Knock off their roommate Rand, frame it as a suicide, and walk away with straight A's for the semester. But when the plan begins to unravel and the questions keep coming surrounding Rand's suicide, the rules begin to change and the bonds of loyalty and friendship dissolve in the midst of lies and deception. Matthew Lillard, Michael Vartan, Randall Batinkoff, and Kerry Russell star in this plot-twisting mystery that will keep you guessing. It may in fact be a pile of crap, but I don't know. All I know is I definitely wanted to see it just based on these two actors alone. I've never heard anything about it before, so I'm sure there's a reason for that. But if there's not a reason for that, then hey, maybe I scored. Who knows? Whatever the case may be, I just got a movie with Matthew Lillard in it for $1. Score, I guess. And then literally the last movie that I found here, it's not even really a movie, I guess, but the last film-ish pickup that I made was The Snow Queen on VHS here. This is narrated by Sigourney Weaver. And based on that alone, I paid the, if you can see there, 25 cents. 25 cents for this. And yeah, as far as I could tell, I couldn't find any DVD of this online. I couldn't find any Blu-ray of this. I couldn't find anything when I was searching in the store. Maybe there is something out there, I don't know, but what I do know is that The Snow Queen, if I recall correctly, is the Hans Christian Andersen story that the movie Frozen was based on. I could be wrong about that, but I think that's correct. Sigourney Weaver, star of the Ghostbusters and Aliens movies, narrates a powerful tale of a young girl's quest to rescue her playmate from the icy palace of the Snow Queen, based on the Hans Christian Andersen story, complemented by music and magic of Jason Miles. This is an exciting and moving adventure story the whole family will enjoy. Either way, I thought this would be a nifty little thing to pick up for Christmas and probably just transfer onto my computer, digitize, because I don't know if it is available digitally anywhere. So yeah, I do know that it was only like $2.41 on Amazon for this particular tape, but just based on Sigourney Weaver narrating and the Snow Queen, an animated feature, and looked kind of cool, you know, like I said, 25 cents, yeah, I'll take a chance for 25 cents. Next up, I picked up this kind of cool, well, it looks kind of cool, graphic novel called Brain Camp. Now, I know most people don't care about the graphic novels or comic books, but I'm just throwing this in there. I picked it up because it looked kind of nifty, right? And I looked at the cover, I'm like, oh, that looks kind of interesting. And then I flipped through the pages and I realized, oh, they're really nice glossy color pages. And yeah, this is a really cool looking graphic novel here I wanted to read. So for $1, I figured that's a pretty good deal for a graphic novel. But another thing here, Susan Kim. If you don't know that name, allow me to read it to you from their little synopsis here. Susan Kim has written for more than 36 children's TV series, including Courage the Cowardly Dog and Are You Afraid of the Dark? She has received 4 Emmy nominations. Miss Kim is also a playwright who teaches the MFA program at Goddard College. This is her second graphic novel. Her first, also written with Mr. Clevan, was First Second's City of Spies. Well, that's the First Second. That's the company that produced this graphic novel. But yeah, she's done a lot of stuff that I love. Are You Afraid of the Dark? Courage the Cowardly Dog. So it stands to reason that I'd like this. And I was randomly flipping through after I got it home, and I found just the coolest, weirdest fucking picture, or not picture, but panel, full page panel that I was just like, what the fuck is going on there? There it is. There it is. Oh my God. Look at that. What even is going on there? I don't even fucking know, but I want to. If I had seen that in the store, I'd have been like, oh, that's coming home with me. But I didn't even need to see that to bring it home with me, so yeah. Pretty cool. Can't wait to read through this and see what it's all about. For $1, pretty damn good deal. Next up, everything else was either a PC game that I got for 25 cents or a CD soundtrack. And I believe I actually got more CD soundtracks than I did movies. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I got 8, the VHS, and then the 4 DVDs and the 3 Blu-rays, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So just as many, actually. Just as many CD soundtracks as I did get DVDs and Blu-rays. So, hey, it wasn't my intention, but I found some really cool stuff. So I said, fuck it, this is coming home with me. But before I get into that, I'm going to show you the two games that I got for 25 cents each, and that would be Diablo 2. I used to have this, but no longer do, so why not get the game here? I checked the discs, they're all in good condition, and yes, it came with all the discs that were necessary, so yeah, figured why not go ahead and pick up Diablo 2 here. It comes with the install disc and the play disc, and then behind it comes the cinematics disc right here. So I think it might actually be missing one disc. I'm not sure, but for 25 cents I figured this looks like a pretty decent deal. And yeah, I do like this game. I have fond memories of it. So Diablo 2. 25 cents. Next up, I picked this up simply because it was related to a movie that I enjoy, and I didn't even know it was a game that existed in the first place, and that would be Small Soldiers Squad Commander. What? There was a Small Soldiers game? What? It's a PC game for small soldiers, and it was 25 cents, and it was in great condition. Now, looking on the back, it looks absolutely terrible, but I mean, it's a Small Soldiers game, and it was only 25 cents, so I kind of had to, just for collectability purposes only, it's still worth 25 cents. I mean, come on, it's Small Soldiers. I also found the soundtrack to Small Soldiers, but the CD was scratched to fucking hell, sadly, so I didn't get that one, but I did get this one for 25 cents. Maybe I'll actually get around to playing this at some point, but yeah, mostly picked it up as an oddity, like 25 cents for, wait a minute, there was a Small Soldiers game? It's worth it, trust me. So let's get on down to the CD soundtracks that I found. I found some pretty damn cool deals here. Starting with Blues Brothers 2000. Now this isn't a soundtrack that you see very often. Hell, you don't even see the movie very often anymore. So yeah, Blues Brothers 2000, pretty damn good music, pretty damn good movie. So yeah, might as well. This one I was really fucking happy about. When Harry Met Sally, the Ray Connick Jr., or not Ray, I'm sorry, Harry Connick Jr. soundtrack here. All the music is done by Harry Connick Jr., and it's just a memorable soundtrack from the fucking movie. And honestly, this is one of my favorite romance movies. After having picked up Sleepless in Seattle CD, I'm happy to have this one as well. Very cool. And then this one I picked up specifically to send to my good friend Aaron Isaac because I know how much he loves Doctor Who. And guess what? It was in perfect condition, and it's actually not like really rare, but if you try to find this online on eBay or Amazon, you're gonna end up paying at least like 15 to 20 bucks for it. And that I got it for $1. That is Doctor Who Earthshock. This is classic music from the BBC Radiophonic Workshop Volume 1. And it has, there's just a bunch of stuff on here. Some of it from the actual Earthshock episode, and others just music from the early days of Doctor Who, or the mid to early days of Doctor Who, at least. The 80s era of Doctor Who. So yeah, pretty damn cool find there, and I knew the second I saw it, oh man, Sean's gonna love this. So I went ahead and picked it up, especially since it was in fucking fantastic condition. And then I looked it up online and found out it was worth a lot of money. I was like, oh, cool. Well, you'll really love it then. And speaking of which, Aaron Isaac finally recently made me watch Run Lola Run, so why not pick up that kickin' fucking techno soundtrack for $1. Run Lola Run soundtrack for a fucking $1. Pretty damn good deal for all the really cool music in there. Next up, I had this one on cassette tape when I was a kid, if you can believe that. Time to upgrade to CD here. We got Twister, the soundtrack for $1. This one has Van Halen, Soul Asylum, Red Hot Chili Peppers, Goo Goo Dolls, a lot of great memorable music from this movie, and a lot of music that's not at all great or memorable, but, you know, it was worth it for the stuff that was memorable and great, so whatever. Paid $1 for that. And then this one I didn't have yet, but there was no excuse for not having it because it's fucking Pulp Fiction. You gotta have Pulp Fiction in there. And this is a fan-fucking-tastic soundtrack, as you might expect. So, yeah. The really funny thing here, though, I didn't even realize this until I got it home. Look, I don't want to give away the whole address, but I found an address on the back here. This is from Norway. This is from... Hold on. Cover up the rest of it. It is from... I can't pronounce that person's name. I'm sorry. I'm too American. Alt Lee Coleman Vika. Yeah. This apparently was in their collection at some point. But whatever the case, maybe it's in my collection. This Pulp Fiction soundtrack traveled all the way from fucking Norway. And it is now in my collection. I don't know how that happened, but cool. Next up, I found Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest. A lot of great music in this one. Hans Zimmer is a master at what he does, as usual. So, yeah, pretty damn good deal here for Pirates of the Caribbean, Dead Man's Chest for $1. You can almost never go wrong with a Disney soundtrack for $1, and this is definitely a damn good one. Last but not least, we have Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? The soundtrack, which again has a lot of fucking fantastic music. I plan on getting this on Blu-ray sometime in the next year or so. Love this movie. Fucking fantastic movie. And yeah, great music. I've already uploaded this to the hard drive, or ripped the music to my hard drive, so yeah, fucking awesome. And nice to have it in my collection for $1. Damn good deal. Got some pretty damn good deals at Half Price Books. Once again, Half Price Books Outlet does the fucking trick. Dollar Day is always a good day to shop at Half Price Books, but I also found a few things for 25 cents there. I found that VHS movie was narrated by Sigourney Weaver, Diablo II, and then that Small Soldiers game. Okay, you know, that was pretty interesting stuff, I think. So, yeah, all in all, I didn't find necessarily as much as I would have during, like, the $30 sale, fill the bag for $30, but, you know, I still found some pretty damn cool stuff. So, yeah, I'm pretty happy with what I got there. And it was like a nice little cap to the Black Friday weekend thing. It's just like, I can finally finish this whole weekend of spending off just by spending maybe like $20, or it was something like $20. I think a little less than that, but yeah. Slight little bit of money there on stuff that I find at Half Price Books Outlet. It's always nice to visit Half Price Books Outlet when they're having one of their sales like that. So anyways, that will do it for me. And next week, I'm going to have even more Black Friday stuff to talk about. Anyways, that will do it for me. Thanks for watching, you guys. Catch you later. Peace.